Welcome to this edition of the Wonderbury podcast.
I'm Brian.
I'm Dave.
You can find us online at wonderbury.com.
And I am D. Wonderly on Twitter.
Or I'm Brian Keysbury, anywhere the internet can be found.
You can leave us a comment on our website. Check for the link in the description.
Yeah.
It's been kind of a weird week, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it has.
This week was full of all sorts of fun things.
Meh.
We had fairly sizable, successful Google event.
Yeah. A lot of cool things.
Oh, yeah, and we are definitely going to go... I have 45 points written down. I don't think we're going to get to all 45 points, but I kind of got to run down through as it was going on. I took notes. And hockey season, NHL hockey season kicked off this week.
Whoa.
So last night I stayed up because it was the Kings home opener in their first game of the year. So being on the East Coast and cheering for a West Coast team is great in one way and absolutely terrible in another.
Yeah.
It's great because I don't have to suffer through too many blackouts.
Nice.
It's absolutely crap because hockey games normally start at 7 p.m. local. Well, 7 p.m. local on the West Coast equals 10 p.m. local for me.
Yep.
So when you're watching 3 hours of hockey and it starts at 10, or last night because the game before it went a little late, so they started at like 10:30. It was almost 2 a.m. before I was able to get to bed.
Jeez.
But the Kings won, so go Kings go.
This last week I may have found another game that's going to consume a lot of my time.
Oh, yeah, what was that?
It's called Cross Out. You build these post-apocalyptic cars with crazy guns and all sorts of things, and then you do player versus player battles. And you cruise around and you blow other people's cars up.
And that's that was that Steam thing, right? Or it was on Steam?
Yep. Free to
I'll
play.
have to take a look at that.
Yeah. I think I might be good. I think I might be good at it. I'm usually pretty good at driving games. And this is driving and shooting. And I
might have to just pull that and we can start recording us playing and go from there. That could be kind of fun.
Yeah, because I think
add another Wonderbury plays.
Yeah, I think we can do team. There's a way to make a clan. I haven't done it yet because none of you guys have signed up. But I figured that would be pretty awesome.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, I had a buddy of mine this morning. He works for Best Buy out on the West Coast. I'm not going to go completely in. We call him Sven in the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
We've stayed in close contact with each other. And he sent me an email this morning that was some insane, crazy promotional thingamajig for a Google Home, like the original Home, because I'm already going to buy one or two minis.
Yeah.
But the original Google Home and a Chromecast audio, and I think I spent $55 or $60 total.
Huh.
So I spent my afternoon, and then I found out that I can plug the Chromecast audio into my soundbar on my TV, and I spent the afternoon setting up a Google Home and Chromecast stuff, and now I've got the wonderful world of Google Home in my living room.
Nice.
Which I'm absolutely loving so far.
I got an update on my Shield, and now my Shield acts like a Google Home. And my controllers and my remote are...
Oh, nice.
Listeners. So I have those kind of spread around just enough that I can be sitting anywhere, and I can tell my TV to order pizza and then when the pizza is delivered, my lights will flash. And I'm pretty excited about that.
So there's one last piece that I'm going to get for now for my entertainment setup. And I'm going to get a Logitech Harmony Hub, the Hub Companion.
Yeah.
Because not only will it take my soundbar, my TV, and my Roku remote and drop it into one, but the hub itself works with both Amazon Alexa and Google Home. So I'd be able to control everything on and off TV, volume, all my Roku stuff through Google Home.
Nice.
I think that could be extraordinarily convenient.
Huh.
But yeah, so I think I'm going to get 2 minis. I'm going to put 1 mini in my bedroom and 1 mini in the kitchen. And that'll pretty much cover up my downstairs.
I was debating on one for the kitchen, but there was a device that looked like the Amazon one with the video screen, and I didn't see if that got announced.
Google is not doing one with a video screen, but
well, there was one that was leaked, and it was going to be more of a dedicated YouTube player with Google Home.
They
functions.
did not announce that. So going into the homes, they announced 2 new Google Homes. Yeah. It was the Google Home Mini, which is much smaller, doesn't have as good of a speaker as the Home for like music and stuff, but they announced it for what, $49 in stores and everything on October 18th and 19th.
Yeah, and then the Max, which was
and then the Google Home Max, which is, it looks like that was their answer to
Sonos.
There's the Sonos or the Bose all-in-one or the Apple one that they just announced. What was it called?
I don't remember. There's probably nothing that'll compete with what Bose does. Bose does better sound through engineering.
That is true. However,
which is that's their tagline. So, I have some Bose speakers upstairs on my record player, and you'll never hear better sound ever. They're so nice.
I'm curious to hear how Google's Smart Sound in the Max will do.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm really curious to see some real world applications of that. But with my soundbar, I don't need another big thumper for sound in my living room. Yeah. Because I've got the soundbar, and with the Chromecast audio plugged right into it, I don't really need anything else.
Yeah. I'm curious what the actual sound quality is. Like, there's a difference between a speaker that's in a plastic case and a speaker that's in a nice wood enclosure. And the difference is huge. You know, I'm like,
well, it's the resonance. It's why they don't make guitars out of plastic. I mean,
yeah. So I'm wondering, like, if they're finding ways to finally kind of battle that some. Yeah, and that's why I don't have any modern speakers in my house, like, at all. They're all actually the only speakers I have now are my old Bose speakers.
Yeah, I'm not, like, I listen to music every once in a while. I do most of my listening through really, really cheap earbuds. Yeah. So I'm not one to talk about the fullness of music and all of that. I mean, my soundbar gets volume that I like. It gets the balance that I like pretty well. I mean, Sony doesn't make a half-bad soundbar. Yeah. But it's not a high-end Sony soundbar either. It's more their cheaper line. I think I spent $200 for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was $200 in an open box, so I think it was $250 or $300 or whatever it was.
And I go crazy about sound. Like the sound in my car is amazing. It's a specially tuned Infinity system. It's 6 speakers, and the speakers and the frequencies that they get were designed for the space of the car. So the sound space is amazing. Yeah. Like if I listen to like a live album, like there's a Daft Punk album called Alive. If you listen to that, you can tell like where you're at in the crowd, like where it was recorded from, and you can hear the people around you, and you can hear where the music is and how it moves. But it's still like there's plastic enclosures, and it sounds. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like not, it's not muffled. It's not muffled, but it sounds thunty. Off, yeah. Whereas I listen to it.
I don't know how else to say it other than it just sounds
Yeah, and there's just not. It's missing something a little bit.
Yeah.
Which then leads me to my next point is, God damn it, why'd they take out the headphone jack? For the Pixels?
Took out the headphone jack. I can tell you exactly why. Because they can sell you the Pixel Buds for $159.
Well, that, and they made a good point of their going for all glass phone. Like they want the whole phone to be screen. And so we lose.
Yeah, but the S8 and the Note 8 have edge-to-edge displays with a headphone jack.
Yeah, but they don't go all the way to the top.
Yeah, they do.
Or bottom.
Well, a lot more than the Pixel. The Pixel 2 does.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was kind of their reasoning. I was like, they want to make them as thin and flat as possible. And I'm like, you know what? Screw you guys. Bluetooth audio is awful. It is awful. The quality loss over Bluetooth is tremendous.
I'd like to see what the quality is over USB-C.
Yeah. Like that seems
to be completely honest, I would like to see what that sounds like.
Yeah. I'd be curious.
I don't like... I mean, I use Bluetooth stuff because it's easier and convenient.
Yeah.
But I haven't found a really good balance for Bluetooth yet that I really like.
Yeah. None. That's why I haven't updated any of my car audio stuff. Like I know I could match another system into that same space, but I'm not doing it with Bluetooth.
See, I use Bluetooth in my car, and I don't notice, but then again I don't have an ear for it, but I don't notice the difference between Bluetooth in my car for my phone and plugging an auxiliary port into my phone. I don't notice any difference at all, at least in my car.
Yeah.
Now, when I go into headphones and stuff, then I kind of notice a difference every once in a while. But I think that's because I don't think I've ever spent any more than $14 for a pair of Bluetooth headphones. So...
That's it.
Yeah, I don't listen to enough music to sit back and enjoy music to justify spending a lot of money on headphones.
The earbuds I have in now are $60.
Well, I bought this little Bluetooth. It's a single earpiece that has stereo speakers in the one earpiece. So it looks like kind of like an Apple AirPod, but it's a single one. And it's got a mic in it. It's got the headphone thing, and it's in one ear because normally I have kids around or I've got people around, so I only listen to anything I listen to on my phone in one ear anyway. I think I spent $20 for this. I think that's the most expensive pair of headphones that I've bought in a long time. And I know that fact is horribly sad.
Yeah. I am sitting
Now,
here wearing some $80 earbuds and looking at some $150 Sennheiser headphones that are hanging on my little rack.
Actually, if I decide to pull the trigger and I decide to go for a nice pair of Bluetooth or a nice pair of plug-in, I think I'm going to go with Bose earbuds.
Yeah.
I prefer earbuds instead of over the ear, just for the comfort of myself. And if I do it, I'm going to pull the trigger on the truly wireless Bose ones.
I've been wondering about the Bose. I have a lot of faith in what Bose does.
Well, they've been doing it for how long?
A long time. And their tagline is better sound through engineering. And I was a pretty decent fan for a long time, and then I remember seeing a demo of the L1, which is their 6 foot tall speaker that's maybe 4 by 6 inches.
Yeah.
And it was in a nice wooden acoustic room, and there was a pillar, say 3 foot wide. It was enough that it totally blocked in between you and the speaker, and you could walk around that pillar. And they put that speaker at one end of the room, and as you walked around the room, and the pillar broke your path in between you and the speaker, the sound never changed. It never changed no matter where you were at in the room. And this was...
Yeah, that's some good audio then.
This was 2003, 2004, maybe 5. That thing's been around a while. Yeah, they do some amazing things. So I'm curious. I'd like to hear some of their earbuds and see. That might eventually change my mind. But of course they don't do car audio. And that's the only place I need it. That's the place where I listen. That's where I really listen to the most. Through my phone. And I don't. All I have is an aux. That's all I got. I'm a little sad. I was on the screw you Apple train, and now I'm on the damn it, Google.
Well, I don't know. There was a lot to be excited about in the new Google phones.
Yeah.
Lens is coming to Google Assistant.
Yep.
That's going to be awesome. The coolest thing was with the Google Buds was the conversation utilizing Google Translate.
Yeah.
And so what ended up happening is that the guy spoke English and the girl on the stage spoke Swedish. He would speak in English. The phone would take what he was saying, automatically translate it, push it up into her headphones. She would respond in Swedish. The phone would then translate, and on the phone speakers would push it back out in English.
Yeah.
And I know it's not perfect. You're not going to write a manuscript utilizing Google Translate. But for conversational, it's close enough to get what you're trying to say across.
You know, they've had that built into the Google Translate app for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And you can launch it from your Google Assistant on your phone. So it was... As neat as that was, I was like, I can do that with my regular, plugged in earbuds. So, and I know you were pretty excited about that, but I was just kind of like, hey, I can do that already, and I can still plug my headphones in.
It was just nice to see it in action, though.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? So they announced the Pixel 2, the Pixel 2 XL.
What do you think?
There.
What do you think of the? Oh crap! For the camera.
Oh, the Google Clips?
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I had not actually heard anything about that, so that one kind of took me kind of a swerve by surprise.
Yeah.
I actually like the idea.
Yeah. I liked
get what
how
they're trying to do with it.
Yeah, like that's one of the biggest issues with taking pictures is somebody's not in the picture.
Yeah, well, there's that. I would like to see more real world examples and not Google examples of how it chooses to pick the picture and when to take the picture, because it's not running and recording all the time. It utilizes a machine learning that all stays on the camera, by the way, to figure out when the most opportune time to take the picture is.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see more reviews of that, and that might be a second or third gen item that I might pick up.
That's kind of what I was thinking, and then at that point, you know, I was trying to come up with the why. It was like, well, they already want you to have like Nest cameras in your home, but then it was where the point of view was. So and I was like, this seems dumb because you can already do it with your security cameras. And then
I was thinking this is a little off.
They clipped it onto the bag of flour.
Yep.
And with the building clip, he clipped it on the flour and moved it with his. And I was like, that's something I would do. I make pasta with the kid, and I was like, it was immediately like, that's exactly what I would do. Like, oh, there it is. That's why I need that.
And honestly, the price point for it's not bad. I mean, it $249 or $250 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know, it's the equivalency of getting yourself a GoPro. I mean, it's not an action cam, but it's for something that you can clip around and attach to stuff. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty all right.
The Pixel Book, I'm not sold on the price point, brother.
Yeah.
It's twice as much as the Samsung Chromebook Pro that I got. Almost twice as much.
Yeah.
Not sold on the features versus the trade-off. I mean, is it... I don't know. I get what they're trying to do. I understand it. It's awesome. I think for Chrome OS, they're competing in way too high of a price point space.
Yeah. Yeah. They're trying to compete in a space that has...
They're trying to compete in the Windows laptop space with an operating system that can't compete with Windows.
Yeah. Even with things like VMware, and being able
and that's nothing against Google. It's nothing against Chrome OS. Hell, I run between Chrome OS and connect into a Windows computer, but it's not the same. It creates a lot of extra steps to do a lot of the same stuff that I would do on my normal laptop.
Yep.
Chrome OS is amazing. Chrome OS is not the answer for everything or everyone. There's still a lot that it needs to do and a lot of growing up to do still.
Yeah.
But starting at $9.99,
I think having the better Android app integration is going to help because, and this is going to be a twofold thing. Is now we have an extremely powerful high-end device.
Yeah.
For developers to develop Android apps with. So we're gonna get some better Android apps out of it.
Well, except that it's a pain in the ass to develop Android apps in a Chromebook.
I bet that won't be for much long.
Hopefully not. It has been for the last couple years, though.
Well, yeah, it's just a fresh idea.
No, it's a great idea. My biggest pain point of using the App Store on the Chromebook, it's a great idea. Lots and lots of options.
Yeah.
Developers, I'm begging you, please re-optimize your apps to allow for a bigger form factor. Every app is designed for a 16 by 9.
Yeah.
That does not translate well to his normal size screen. Keyboard shortcuts having a huge issue sometimes because they're not designed for it. It's kind of like the Chromecast. You know, Chromecast is a great idea. You can watch all this stuff for Chromecast and the Chromecast Ultra and all this stuff. If the developers aren't adding Chromecast features into the app, Chromecast is absolutely useless.
Yep.
And it's the reason why I didn't just stick with Chromecast for my home theater stuff, and I ended up with a Roku. Can't Chromecast it.
I don't even know.
It was the reason why James's dad is buying a Roku instead of a Chromecast, because CBS All Access doesn't do Chromecast.
You sure?
I can't cast I can't cast Star Trek. I tried 2 different devices to cast from there. I can get my laptop out and I can cast the tab on my screen and cast just fine.
I have cast available.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So why don't I?
I don't know. You're not as good at this as me. You're not as good at this as me. Did I just have a stroke?
I don't know. I'm going to have a heart attack, though.
Look. There, image sent. Yeah, I can cast.
But
I've actually been surprised at the amount of apps that do have it now. Especially also because I have an Android TV. And I'm like, okay, well, if they have an Android app that's made for watching videos and it has Chromecast support, i.e. like History Channel, their app,
yeah,
then why can't I freaking install it on my TV? Like, why? There's no Android TV version of the History Channel. I'm like, seems like that's pretty basic.
Yeah, you'd think that would be kind of basic.
Yeah. In the Chromecast support, there's a lot more apps that support it than what you think. Like, there's a lot. And I've noticed sometimes, like currently I have 2 cast devices hooked up, and if I hit my cast button in CBS right now, I only see one of those. Well, I bet the kid's TV is off, though. I bet his is off.
Yep, nope. I have 0 cast options on my CBS app.
Huh. That's weird.
In a video or out of a video. I have no... usually they'll even have the cast button and you can click it and they'll say no device is available. I don't even have the cast button available.
Weird.
Yeah, no kidding. The last piece
you might
want
to look into your settings or something, because I can use voice commands and cast CBS to my TV.
I'll have to recheck. Maybe I downloaded the wrong CBS app. Maybe they have a second app or something. I don't know.
I did. Yeah, there was a few of them for some awful reason.
I'll have to check that out. The last piece of tech they announced was the Pixel Pen to be used with the $100 pen to be used with the Pixelbook.
Yeah, I missed that.
I get that it's a Wacom tablet pen. I get it. I there was a lot of really cool stuff you can do, student-wise or otherwise, of like circling a word and then Assistant will pull up the definition and the etymology of the word, and you can do a bunch of stuff like that. That's cool and all, but is it $100 cool? I don't know. Other than it being slightly bigger than my S Pen, is it really going to make that much of a difference? I don't know.
I think in combination with the Autodesk Sketchbook, that's going to be where the magic happens, because that's such a good like sketching, drawing, coloring app. It's amazing the stuff that app can do, and being able to use a good pen with something like that, it gives people the option to create better content out of it. Like I've tried doing sketches in it with just a regular stylus, and you don't get like the sensitivity of what you need for doing stuff like that.
Yeah, and that would be really awesome, except that it only works with one device.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
If I could buy the Pixel Pen and use it on my other touchscreen Chromebook, I might actually think about buying a $100 pen.
Yeah.
But if I have to buy the low-end spec $1,000 Chromebook to go with it, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll be... I don't know. The Chromebook's still at this, like, chicken and egg thing. It's getting, like, the egg is cracking, and they see there's more stuff. But it like, nothing's popped out yet.
Google did a really poor job of marketing what they were shooting for the Chromebook to be.
Yeah.
For a while, they were trying to market it as a replacement for tablets. Then for a while, they were trying to market it as a replacement for Windows laptops. And now they're just kind of like, we have Chromebook.
Yep.
And it's very hard to get developers and other people on board with Chromebook if the company that has a habit of randomly discontinuing things when they don't define it properly isn't defining something properly.
Yeah.
Couple of notes that I had in here with the Pixel 2. It has OIS and EIS. The VR will now come with IMAX.
Yeah, there's a whole slew of free IMAX titles that you could watch.
Yeah.
In
the
VR.
new Daydream View just has more colors. So here's the cool thing. So Pixel 2 is doing a portrait mode. So one thing I had a question about when I was looking at the leak specs is that everyone seems to be jumping to the 2-camera option for this portrait mode, where the subject is regular and the background is slightly blurry, which they kind of solve with the motion. But now they've got a portrait mode which does the exact same thing, but not having 2 cameras, but only having 1 camera to do it. So, going to be interesting to see how that pulls out. Apparently, the DxO score... So, the Pixel was an 89 last year, and at the time it was the highest, although I think either the S8 or one of the iPhones broke it at 92. Apparently, the Pixel 2 has come in at a 98 on the DxO score.
Yep.
Active Edge was something I thought was kind of cool, where you can squeeze the side slightly and it will activate your assistant.
Yep. That's kind of neat.
And the family linked accounts, they finally announced that.
Yeah.
To give separate accounts out for kids under the age of 13 that you completely control.
Yeah, well, that was with the Google Assistant Mini. So you could have, you could have your family link accounts attached to the Google Mini, and it would let them, there's a lot of special new stuff specifically for those accounts. I'm still having trouble because I created Dominic an account and put the wrong birthday in so he could have an account.
Yep.
And now I can't change it. I can't make it a part of a Family Link account.
Yeah, I kind of did the same thing with Alice as well, and I know that's going to come back and bite me eventually.
Yep. It is something they've said they're working on trying to do, is be able to migrate those accounts in for the time being. Hopefully that happens before the kid turns 13. They have 9 years to figure it out.
It should. But overall, it was a really cool event. If you have a chance to go take a look at it, there was a lot of talk in the very beginning about, migrating from a mobile first to AI first.
Yeah.
And really starting to go into the machine learning and the AI, and you can see it really coming together with Google Assistant, and a lot of the stuff that they're doing is just really kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to the future of Google.
It's going to be awesome.
It already is.
Are you going to buy a Pixel 2?
That does it for our time. I know we went a little long tonight.
So are you gonna get a Pixel 2?
No. I got the Pixel, and wife and I have a deal that we're doing every 2 years. Oh, but if you do order a Pixel 2 right now, you get a free Google Mini.
Yep.
And according to the email that James sent me, it will come like 4 weeks, I think. It'll ship within 4 weeks of your phone shipping.
Nice.
So there's that. Also, apparently, and this wasn't, and I don't know why this wasn't broadcast a whole lot, but the Pixel 2, instead of having the 2 years of updates that every other Nexus and Pixel had, they're bumping that up to 3 years.
Nice.
So instead of having the 2 year, all that stuff, it's all 3 years now.
Yep.
For support. So there's that.
Cool.
But yeah, no, I just haven't got the Pixel XL, so I'm holding out until the Pixel 3. So this time next year I'll be ordering a new phone.
Yeah, I'm debating it. I'm at the end of my life on the 5X. But I'm debating on whether I'm gonna go with a Pixel or something else. I was tempted to...
Well, wait till James gets the Pixel and ask him about it.
I'm sure it's fabulous. I want a headphone jack, bro.
Yeah.
Here's my issue is if I buy a Pixel.
How often do you wear headphones and when you're on your phone?
Well, when I'm in my car, I'm plugged in.
All right.
I don't have Bluetooth. I'm in my car.
So they do sell a charging. So they have the USB-C to the headphone jack dongle. They are selling one that has another USB-C that plugs in, so it's a pass-through charger plus the headphone jack. But yes, it's another dongle. It's another piece that you have to buy to get the same thing.
Yeah, well,
but there is the option.
I guess that was only $20 though too.
So, but that's about it for this week.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, see you guys next week. Thanks for sticking around the extra time.